public speaker, fashion blogger, makeup artist to the stars. This lady has it all. Nakeah Fuller is coming up here on our Imitates Live Soul Spotlight. Come on, y'all. We are live. Let's go. I'm a filmmaker. I've worked in film, video, and television for over 30 years. I took a little break, but now I'm back. Hello and welcome to another edition of Art Imitates Live. I'm Tanya Dixon, here to give you the greatest in entertainment and news and everything we have going on. A special guest tonight on the Soul Spotlight. As I said just now, she's a public speaker. She is an actress. She is a makeup artist to the stars. She has her whole beauty conglomerate. Nakeah Cosmetics of Hollywood. We have Miss Nakeah Fuller's in the house tonight, so we're going to get a chance to speak to her in just a few moments. Let's get a word from our sponsor, and we'll be back to kick it off in just a few moments. Art Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon is being sponsored by Candyland Global, bringing your multimedia dreams to life. Hey, welcome back to Art Imitates Live. And as I said just now, we're going to bring Miss Nakeah Fuller in. So let me go ahead and bring the lady on in and let's unmute her real quick. And how are you doing, Nakeah?
Wonderful. How are you?
I am great. I'm great. Now, this is not our first meeting and not our first rodeo. So I am so glad to have you on again. You came on during our days of Blog Talk Radio. That's way back in like 2014. And so you have done a barrage of things since that time. So we're going to get into all the things that you have going on. Because at that time, I know about the makeup line. But since that time, you have done so many things. So let's get into it. Let's talk more about what has happened. Let's first of all start off telling people about the makeup line in general, and then we'll talk about all the different things that you've done and all that as well. So
absolutely. So my beauty line, Nakeah Cosmetics of Hollywood, is my baby. My heart and soul. After working for every beauty brand out there, I was a trainer for MAC Cosmetics for many, many years. A lot of my customers followed me over the years. For my customers in New York, my customers in my hometown in Fort Worth and Arlington and Dallas, and they followed me. And it was to be expected for me to eventually have my own. I just thought it would be further down the line. And it's an organic line, all natural, paraben free. Animal cruelty free. It's absolutely amazing. It's a dream true. It's better than, and right now I'm talking about the application. I'm talking about the ingredients. I'm talking about the way it looks and feels on the skin. It's just exciting. We have a long way to go, but it has been a dynamic journey so far.
Oh, wow. You know, I have to go back because I know everybody wasn't fortunate enough to hear your interview that we did years ago and how you got everything started. And I know that is, people are probably curious, how in the world does one launch a makeup line? So let's go back to the hows and what made you decide to fill what I feel is a void and come in and do that line. Let's talk about that.
I will share, over the years as a professional makeup artist in the entertainment industry, working in runway, working in bridal, working in film and television, you get the opportunity to try out many different brands. And then when I launched my makeup academy and started training my students that were coming from around the world, I started getting sponsorships from other makeup brands. And they gave me the opportunity to fully test out different lines just to see what's good and to really study even more so with my students. And I knew that there was a void, especially with our women of color. But I don't even want to say, because we are an all inclusive brand, I don't even want to say just women of color. Just being able to take a picture, turn your flash on and not get that flashback, no
Right.
matter what skin tone you are. Also, the
Mhm.
challenge of being a Black woman. And in my industry, most of the Black makeup artists were often booked over at BET.
Right.
Whereas my Caucasian girlfriends or white, whatever my ladies prefer to be called, we are all queens in this world, in my eyes. They would get the ABC and the NBC and the HBO and the Showtime, and I'm like, hold up, we got to change this. We got to
Right.
change this. I can do
Mhm.
ABC and NBC too. I can do
Right.
Showtime and HBO too. So I began to study like what's making the difference. And I said, okay, because she's white, she gets the white stars, and she's Black, so she gets the Black stars. And then there's Nakeah Fuller, who can go
Ah,
both ways, either way. So that
right.
literally where my passion and my energy came in. It still comes in.
Right.
Often I'm the only African American on set. And even my white homeboys are like, go girl, yes, yes, yes. When the camera comes on, they're like, Nakeah, kill them, get them. So they're excited too, because it's like we've been put in this box,
Right.
especially as women of color. And so
Yes.
that's why when I meet a young Black woman who wants to be in this field, and she's
Mhm.
arguing with me that professional makeup is the cut crease and the glitter and the contour and the 50 different products. I'm like, no, sweetie, you're getting $50 to do makeup for the club. Whereas
Ah,
my students are getting day rates, $1,500 day rates, $500 minimum rates to go on a professional set to do makeup professionally. So I'm very
mhm.
passionate about training women, especially women of color, to say, no, let me help you get this thing right. I love my
Right.
sisters on YouTube. I love my IG makeup or makeup stars. I do. But if
Uh-huh.
you this is your career though, if you
Right.
want to go on set and you want to be 50 on Paramount Studios, and you
Mhm.
want your private VIP clients who only trust you. My clients
Right.
send their private jet to get me. My clients say, we only
Oh,
want Nakeah. Only Nakeah can
man.
touch my face. That didn't
Right.
come from cut crease and contour and highlight and glitter and blend and draw Christmas trees all over the face. That's not where that's not what got me on those private jets. That's not what
Right.
got me on those multi-billion-dollar sets in Hollywood.
Right. Oh,
I'm
thank
very
you.
passionate about sharing that. I'm very passionate,
Okay.
and some are able to receive it. I had a conversation with a young lady the other night, and she said, "But it's art, though. But it's art." I said, "Well, you go and art your way to, your 9 to 5 and work for somebody else for the rest of your life, opposed to, arting your way to following your true passion as a professional
Right.
makeup artist. There's a big difference."
That's wonderful. You know what I love so much is hearing your passion and everything. And I knew there was a void because I've been in industry for a while. I started in '88, and
Yes.
I remember I would have people do my makeup for me, and sometimes I felt like when I left the people, I would go home and redo my makeup because I love, and then I won't say, I won't to insult no drag queen because I love drag queens, but I don't need to look like I'm going to that type of a show, when I'm going to do my show, and I'd be so upset they have all these different things, but they didn't know how to do makeup on my Black skin. And I was so glad to see as time has progressed that people like you, Nakeah, you have come and changed the game. Not only did you change the game with showing people, you teaching people how to do makeup, but you have the makeup line, the beauty line. And I'm so proud of you for having that and filling that void that was there because I was often mad
Yes.
with
Yes.
what I was seeing. So, with that being said, as time has gone on, it's the first time that we talked back in 2014. Um, I'm not sure if you were the full title of Nakeah Cosmetics of Hollywood at that time. And I think you were just Nakeah Cosmetics. And you made this whole big transition. And I looked at your bio. You have a lot of things that you have added to your brand and to you as a person, from public speaking to the blogging to everything else. Let's talk about the transformation of Nakeah. What made you see at a certain point, I've got to expand everything that's going on in my brand, but to myself too? What happened with that transition?
Well, when I realized that, I believe that there comes a time in everyone's life when you realize who you really are.
Right.
You realize who you really are. We go through the ups and downs, the highs and the lows. We let the wrong people around us. We work the wrong jobs. We settle.
Right, right.
We settle. And then one day you realize, after you're tired of going through and settling, you realize who you really are. And then you become proud of all of those things, you know?
Right.
And then you say, you
Mhm.
know what? I not only sing, I also write. I
Right.
write music, I write film and television. I'm sorry, my phone's on silent, I thought. And I'm just, my mother said, "Why you got this hood on your head?" My mom
I
texted me,
think it's
"Mom, I'm
cute.
interviewing." She
Mama,
don't
I
like the
think
way I
it's
look right now.
cute.
She don't like the
Okay.
way I look right now. Thank you, but mother, let me put the camera. Let me turn the camera off me a little bit. I have had a long day. I'm on zero sleep. It happens,
Oh.
Mama. I'll get a haircut tomorrow. Love you, mother. I'll get a haircut
Oh.
tomorrow, and I'll put on my blazer, and dress as a sophisticated CEO that she likes for me to dress as. But
Oh.
my mom, just enjoy the interview. Love you. Uh,
But
she's so,
your look is different from the last time I saw you when you were on the show. And I really have seen, like, you were more conservative, I think, during that time. And I'm looking at you now. I said, system gone real fly. And I'm looking at you. Cute.
thank
It's
you.
cute, mama. It's cute.
Thank you. I think a part of it is when you realize who you really are. I
Right.
am an artist, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
It's just who I am. I can see the
Right.
beauty in everything. I can see a person literally walking towards me, and I've made her over from head to toe. I see her with
Wow.
a soft cheek, flawless skin, a little nude lip, and pop a lash on. I mean, I am an artist. I'm visual. I can,
Right.
so I dressed as an artist. My energy is like an artist. We work all night. We can't stop,
Yes.
constantly creating, our mind and our brain constantly moving. And again, back to your question, I think a part of expanding my brand came with Nakeah realizing who she really is and
That's wonderful.
accepting that and walking in that and saying she's more than just a makeup artist. She's also a CEO. She's also an influencer. She's also a blogger. And put me on the stage and everybody's in tears, and I'm going to take you to the top of the mountain. We're going to go down again. Okay, stop texting me, Mom. Sorry about that. I'm on side. Oh, no, I'm not. I apologize. Okay, let's make
Okay.
sure that's on silent. And so I began to, get invited to. I was receiving invites left and right to women's conferences and speaking engagements, and it was just amazing the effect that God showed me that I was having on women as far as inspiring and empowering them to follow their passion. And I'm like, I've been
Wow.
holding all this, I've been holding back all these years. And I realized that God had so many women for me to reach out and touch. And this was bigger than just Nakeah.
Right.
Bigger than
Mm-hmm.
you, honey. You're just a vessel. You're just a vessel. This is much bigger than you. And when I realized that, I was able to say, let me put my hoodie on, put me a lip on, put this glass on, sit down, do this interview, and I pray to God that somebody is blessed this evening.
All right. I love that. And when I saw your transformation, I said, my goodness. And like I said, I saw it fly. And so then I look, I said, she has really transformed not only the looks, the whole company, just everything. That growth, when you see people years later, I really feel like you should see some form of a transformation if they're growing in it. So I love that. Now, when it came to you adding all the different things with the company, first of all, making cosmetics of Hollywood,
Yes.
and the makeup to the stars and all that. Come on, tell me about that. Who's some of the
We
people he do makeup for? And I know a few names, but I'm gonna let you say it. So go ahead and tell the audience.
That literally came from me sitting down with a particular celebrity client, and me
Okay.
sitting down, and he said, "Let's make a list of the names of all the people you work with because you're very humble. You don't toot your horn. You're not constantly celebrity makeup artist, celebrity this, celebrity that." He said, "But let's get it on your bio." And I said, "All right, let's do it." And as I was literally sitting there writing and literally pulling up the images, Golden Globes, the Emmys,
Mm-hmm.
the Oscars, at BET Awards, the daytime Emmys, and I'm just like, oh my god, and it was just going on and on and on. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
Nakeah Cosmetics of Hollywood. My brand
Wow.
was originated in Hollywood. My true adult life was birthed in. I became a woman in Hollywood. I became a CEO and a
Mm-hmm.
founder in Hollywood.
Okay.
I learned how to be a good person in spite of all the craziness that was going on around me. And
Right.
I
Yes.
learned how to remain because of my roots and where I grew up and all the
Mm-hmm.
greatness down in the South that I grew up around. I was able to utilize that to stabilize me, because a
Okay.
lot of people lose it
Mm-hmm.
in
Right.
Hollywood. So
Okay.
it was like of Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. So that's how it was birthed. Nakeah Cosmetics of Hollywood. Yeah.
All right. You know what I'm doing, and I ain't no shame in my game. My team knows that I do this all the time. When I'm on
Mhm.
live, I'm always getting us ready to go posting at that same time. So I'm getting ready to put us on Instagram at the same time I'm talking. So I just do the whole thing as I'm going. So when you see me looking down, that's all I'm
Yeah.
doing. Making
I
sure I
gotta
get
learn to
people tuned
multitask
in.
like that. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. I'm taking notes. I got to do better.
And so I'm learning as I go, working with the
Yeah.
younger people on my team, and they're
Yes.
like, "Girl, you need to be posting." I'm like, "Oh
Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah." But
Yes.
tell me about you and more of the things that you have going on. You have the group for the let me look at the name here, the women,
Yeah. Brunch
and
and Beauties.
yeah, I couldn't get out of
Yeah.
my on my brain just now. Tell me more about that because
Brunch
I
and
was real impressed with that.
Thank you. Brunch and Beauties. God gave me that. I will never forget. Years ago, I was invited to a brunch and I was sitting around and I noticed, as I
Hmm.
was very observant, so I'm observing everything. And I noticed that
Right.
some of the ladies were kind of on their phones. They were not really entwining or enjoying,
Uh
they were
huh.
not networking, they were not taking it in. And I went home and I made notes as to how I would do it differently. I began
Right.
to go to different women's clubs and different women's organizations and the groups. I said, how would
Hmm.
Nakeah do this? Because you have so many, how do I say this, great relationships. You're a part of different women's organizations. How would you bring the ladies together? And I said, ooh, brunch. So I did a test run for my birthday. And I set
Right.
a beautiful table and I put gift bags of my products on the table. I had everyone to wear my favorite color. They dressed in pink. And we had
Uh-huh.
an amazing brunch. And the love letters began to pour in following that brunch saying, oh my God, my life was changed. My heart was changed. That
Right.
beautiful brunch.
Hmm.
And that was just a Saturday afternoon, women getting together and
Oh,
sharing resources, literally.
right.
Oh,
Hmm.
you're a writer. Oh, really? I'm a producer. Oh, so you are a pastor. Can you pray for me? Can you teach me how to pray? Oh, I'm an
Right.
accountant. Really? I just started a new business. Oh, I'm a lawyer. Oh, really? I need a new attorney. So it was just
Hmm.
like, yes. And then COVID hit. So I had to halt.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's when I said, okay,
Mm.
let's just hold up. So
Hmm.
now it's like, when is the next brunch? And I'm like, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So everybody's anticipating the next one and the next one and the next one. So I'm excited
Uh-huh.
about it. Yeah, we will continue for sure.
That is so wonderful, because I really believe that that whole camaraderie and the whole fellowshipping of people coming together because women we are always accused over and over of being haters with one another, never being able to work together. And so I'm glad that you came with the organization to bring women together to talk and to fellowship and to talk about the different things that everyone does and really support. It's really
Yes.
support one another, and that's a
Yes.
wonderful, wonderful thing right there. You
Yes.
know. So tell me about you. And I see some more people making comments. We're going to go to some of the comments in a few moments. Tell me about you with your being acting and all kinds of stuff like that, commercial actor and all that. Tell me
Oh
more
my
about
God.
that.
Totally an accident. Something, you know, something else that I have been running from for a very long time, to be honest with you.
Uh huh.
Um, I have been on set so many times as the makeup artist and pulled in.
Right.
And I'm like, wait, hold on. And I remember when I decided, okay, I'm going to get an agent and I'm going to get a commercial agent. I was
Right.
for doing makeup for an AT&T campaign. And
Cool.
I remember being backstage and, sorry, in the studio, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing makeup. And I started ear hustling because I see this beautiful redhead come in the room. And I said, okay, I
Right.
want to see CEO. Who is she? And we're always on, especially in entertainment. You got to be on.
Right.
And so I see her watching me, and she's watching me. And then she pulls over the event coordinator and she says, why is she not in the shoot? And they said, well, that's Nakeah Fuller. She's the makeup artist. She said, no, I need cameras on her. She's
Oh my
perfect.
gosh.
So they came over and said, we need you to change. And I said, wait a minute, hold on, let me call my attorney. I had called up one of my friends. Let me call my attorney. Sounds like my pay rate just changed.
That's so wonderful that somebody would actually see you in the midst of that, and it's like it's not even a fluke. It's really a direction for you as to where something was needed. You know what I'm saying? And that was a part of your journey.
Yep. It was a part of
Yes.
my journey, and that also led me into doing more influencing,
Oh
which I
my.
try to make time for, for some plus size brands. Some of my favorite ASOS Curves. They've been so good to me. They take very good care of me as wardrobe wise. Lane Bryant has been
Okay.
amazing. They send me clothes.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
And people always stop me and say, who are you wearing? What are you wearing? I said, Lane Bryant. Really? And I said, yeah, this is their new design. So I get a lot. So I begin to influence as well. So it all works together.
Well, that's really good to know because I know that the Lane Bryant, most people saw them as just being so conservative in their clothing. And
Yes.
I know even me, I would drift more to Ashley Stewart because of that. Okay,
Yes.
thanks for sharing.
Yes. Yes, I will tell you they do have some pieces. Let me say that.
Uh-huh. Okay.
There is a swimsuit that I have on my
Uh-huh.
Facebook page. That's a two-piece high-waisted swimsuit with a cover, and I'm with my dog, with Roxy. And
Okay.
everyone said, "Oh my God, where did you find that swimsuit? It is the cutest." And I said, "Hey, Brian," and all the ladies were like, "What?"
Right. Yeah, because we're not used to seeing that. I mean, that's really for real. So I'm really happy that you shared that because
Yeah,
sometimes that's the reason why I don't code is
right.
because I'm ready to I want to be snazzy. You
Yeah.
know?
We're
So
supposed to be.
yeah, I
We're
want to be
supposed to
snazzy.
be. Yes, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
If I see you looking like an old lady, I'm gonna be upset. So I'm glad about that. But I think they're getting. I think they got some new designers on the team, and I think they're
Right.
getting. The numbers talk. So when those numbers go down,
Right.
wait a minute. Why is everybody going over to Ashley and Tori?
Right, exactly, exactly. Well, you know what? Before I get into some more questions for you, let's look at some of these comments
Let's
here.
see.
Got a few people who are tuning in.
Okay.
Veronica, hey girl. Veronica's from my living room team, and
Okay.
she says she thinks that you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, and and then Lucretia Bruton says that brunch was powerful, Nakeah.
Yeah, she was there. Amazing. Always representing. Let me tell you, she has been a customer who I was
Really,
gonna say slash friend. And we've never hung out, but I feel like we are girlfriends because she
really.
supported my career, and she's always referring people and always following along on social media. Hey, Lucretia girl. And I said, let me send her an invitation to the brunch, and she came and represented.
I
I
know
am
that's right.
so proud.
And then Elaine Collins just popped in and said, Nakeah is the best, my mentor. The brunch
Oh,
was awesome. So, and John Evans, he said, yes, ma'am, about something, but something that you said. something he was all in agreement with that. So somewhere where it was. So thank you, John, and thank you all. Just feel free to continue to comment as we continue with the interview here. You know something, Nakeah, I really want to know, with everything that you're doing and bringing into view right now, where do you want to go next? Have you really thought about that? Or are you just kind of letting some things just materialize and walk in when you see those doors cracked or open?
Mm, great question. Great question. I feel like, as a mentor, I mentor quite a few people that everyone should have an end goal,
Right,
END, right?
right.
And my end goal is to be able to give back, of course, and
Okay,
pour everything that I've done into someone else and into others, right?
right.
Because
Mm-hmm.
God has given us a gift to share, and that's something that I've had to learn. So all of
Okay.
this hard work, I have no children, so
Aw,
all of this hard work, and for what someone would ask, I was
mhm,
interviewed for Vibe magazine, and they asked me the same thing. What for? What would be the answer to that question? And it will
mhm.
be to leave a legacy behind. I will. My goal is to be the next Chanel.
Ooh,
I've studied her. I've been called the Black Chanel. Some people call
ooh.
me Oprah, but I've studied Chanel's life and how she started in her living room and how she
Right.
built a legacy. And still to this day, when you hear the name Chanel,
Mm-hmm.
that just makes your face turn. Some gonna twitch a little bit. You can be like,
Right,
"Ooh." You see a purse with those C's on it, you go, "Ooh." You smell a fragrance, and it's Mademoiselle. If you say, "Oh, Chanel, Coco," oh
right.
yes, girl. So I need, when I'm gone, when the good Lord
Right.
says, "Okay, your time is up on this side," I need,
Mm-hmm.
when people say the name Nakeah, for people to say,
Oh, I
"Yes,
like that. And
yes."
do you feel like you
Yes.
might go into more accessories like handbags and all kinds of things too? Or
I've been asked that. I've been asked about a plus size clothing line. You know,
uh-huh.
now with
Right.
I'm so in love with beauty. Beauty
Mm,
as skincare. I'm so in love with making sure that the face is good for men and women.
okay.
My skincare line, my beauty line, my makeup line. Um, I have not thought that far just yet. I've even been
Okay.
asked about eyewear because my glasses are prescribed, but I do
Hmm.
like the versatility and having choices. Um,
Right.
I don't like being stuck in a box and having one pair of glasses. I don't want you to see one pair of glasses on my face every day. I put on the
Right.
frame according to how I feel, you know.
Okay.
And so,
Okay.
and what looks good with what I'm wearing, of course, what's going to accessorize just right, right? So
Right.
maybe an eyewear line because it is a
Okay.
part of the face. Um,
Wow. That's
yeah, so
cool.
I'm thinking for sure down the line, But right now, I
Okay.
want to perfect this beauty thing. We can have some
Hmm.
offers, on the table that we are in discussion about with a few amazing retailers.
Okay.
And so I'm super, super stoked about that. Just wanting to make sure that I make all the right decisions and
Okay.
I do things with excellence in the way they're supposed to be done. And so right now I'm focused on that, but the end goal would be to leave a legacy behind. I have a long list of nieces and nephews that I adore,
Right.
and they adore their auntie, and I
Hmm.
want them to be proud and my family to be proud and my customers, my clients, you know down the line,
Yes.
20 years, 30 years, I want you to say, I'm wearing Nakeah,
Right.
wearing Nakeah,
I got to
proud.
talk to you more about wearing the Kia because I'm wearing this other. I'm not a makeup wearer, but now that I'm back doing this podcast and doing stuff in front of the camera again, because I did TV for a lot of years and then I stopped. And
Yeah,
now that I'm back, I'm like, okay, I gotta,
it's important. It's important.
yes,
Let me tell
hmm,
you, it's so, appearance is everything,
right,
as we know. But I understand why a lot of women shy away from wearing makeup because it's like,
hmm,
you see it now more so than any time. It's so overdone, it's so over the top. And I'm looking at you and you're so gorgeous. You're beautiful. And to
thank you,
have your God-given gift taken away from you, because somebody just decided to pack, they want to play,
Yeah.
you know. That's where I come in. And you don't need
Okay.
much. I will tell you, we'll talk about that. We'll do a
Okay.
consultation. You don't need much, a little
Oh,
powder for your every day. And then when you
okay.
want to really glam up, we can do a cream to powder, right?
Okay.
Your eyeliner, a
I
cheek, a
would
nice
love to see my face contour. I would love to see it. I've never had that before. And
easy,
yes.
easy, easy. Just a little chisel.
Okay.
You can kind of see my little chisel right here. Just a little chisel on the cheekbone.
Yeah. Okay.
And top lip and just change up your lip color. And when you want to do a shadow, you can do a soft shadow. You can even go a little smoky if you want to for special occasions. Simple and easy. Simple and easy.
Okay.
It's all about having great quality products and
Uh-huh.
just knowing what products to choose. That's it.
All right. We'll definitely talk about that. And here's
Good.
my question for you, for everyone who is listening right now. And you said something earlier that just has me asking over and over again in my head. Most people don't really know how to take care of their skin. Do you have any type of tips for people out there who are looking and wanting to know just simple things that they can do to take care of their skin on a daily basis?
Yes. First thing that I'm going to recommend, something that a lot of people forget about, and I love to share this. I share this at every women's conference, every seminar, everywhere that I have a chance to share it. We
Okay.
have to change our pillowcase at
Mm.
least twice a week. And that sounds like a
Really?
lot. Yes,
Wow.
you have to
Wow.
change that pillowcase
Uh-huh.
because, and you should also, everyone should also be sleeping on satin opposed to
I'm
cotton.
saying. Okay.
Because
Oh
cotton dries
wow.
out our skin, it
Uh-huh.
dries out our hair, it causes split ends. That's why they
Right.
make, think about it, for women that wear, when guys wear the do rag, it's satin, right? When,
Okay.
when women, when we get our hair done and we put our sash on at night or whatever it may be, it's satin. There's a
Mm-hmm.
reason why it's satin. So sleeping on a satin pillowcase is good for our skin because it keeps our
Okay.
skin well hydrated,
Uh-huh.
right? And it doesn't pull, so it doesn't force our pores to open. When you're sleeping on cotton, it's hard on your skin. So
Okay.
satin pillowcase, change it
Okay.
out twice a week
Twice a
because
week. Mm-hmm.
when you go out, think about all the dirt and all the things that's in the air, right?
Right.
And so if you have a clean pillowcase, you're protecting your skin.
Okay.
Another tip that I would share is definitely a great cleanser and a great
Mm-hmm.
moisturizer. Very
Okay.
important. Keep that skin well hydrated. I know some ladies and men say, "Oh, I'm so oily." That's okay. You got to find a good oil-free moisturizer.
Okay.
That there's youthfulness in hydrated skin. You will be 60, 70, and look 40, 45 if you take good care of your skin and keep it well hydrated.
Okay. I'm a T-zone type skin,
Yes.
oily in a certain part of the day I
Mhm.
oil up. So yes, I'll have to talk to you about that type of thing
Look
to get
out.
the proper
Yes.
moisture, but not too much
Yes.
because I have too much already naturally. All
Yes.
right. That's
There's
that's
a
great tips.
in my line there's a moisturizer, and I'll just share this real quick. In my line there's a moisturizer that my clients rave about, and it's amazing. I can't live without it and haven't for the past 7 years. But it has jojoba in it, and
Uh-huh.
it's for our ladies that have oily skin, but you don't
Hmm.
want to put more oil onto your skin. So it just
Okay.
conditions the skin just perfectly.
Wonderful. I
Yes.
like that. And it's always so great for us to share that kind of information with people because most of the time people have no clue. They have no clue when it comes to how to take care of the skin. They just, okay, I need to put on some makeup, boom, I'm there. And then they just wash their faces and soap and go about the business. And
Mhm.
so, yeah, that helps to know that there's more there that we can do for
Yeah.
ourselves. I asked you a while ago where I was talking about some of your clients. Now, Pierce
Mhm.
Brosnan, that's one of your clients,
It is.
right?
It is.
Okay, yes. And
Yes.
Shaka Khan, you've done work with Shaka and everything.
Oh, Shaka's amazing. Ama-
Oh, wow.
Working with Shaka was the most, has always been the most amazing experience in
Really?
my career. Yeah, because she's just so cool, man. She's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who's some more of the people that you work with, and also tell us what you enjoy most when you're working with these individuals. Getting a chance to see the real person behind the scenes. What is it that you enjoy about that?
I would, literally, Mike Epps is one of, I have so many, all of my clients are my favorite.
Uh-huh.
Ford, Mike Epps. I mean, Mike is so cool. I made the mistake of trying to tell because Mike is a comedian. So my first time working with him, I had jokes, right? And he just kind of looked at me like, like,
No.
don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Just take care of this and be quiet. So, so I had to learn to be quiet. I said, Mike, I said, my kid, because my kid fell on the ground. And I said something like, I got to make sure I pay my rent. My kid can't be breaking. And he was just like, no. And so I was like, okay. So I learned, no jokes. He's like, no. Just be you. Be who you are. And when I began to do, he was my lesson in that. And then it was, come to the house. Come to the house.
Okay.
You're on the list. You're on the list at the gate. Come over. We cook for you. We have to, and it's and people always say, oh, this person is going to be this or this person is going to be that. My client, even Pierce was like, the first time we worked together, he said, call your mom. I told him, I said, it's my mom's birthday. Every time I see him, he said, call your mom. Every time he said, call your mom. Get your mom on the phone. Yes, all love. Mom just had a birthday. He remembered, call your mom. And I'm just like, I tell people that just to say, he's like, didn't your mom just have a birthday? I tell people that to say, to show people the love that my clients, we bond, and it's just
wonderful.
that kind of flow, right? We bond. I just worked with a new client, and I was warned that she was going to be really tough. And me and her joked about this. I'm sure she wouldn't mind me sharing, but her name is Monica Padman, and she's an celebrity. She just got a major deal with Spotify. And man, Monica was no smile, sitting there in the chair. And then I just said, how are you today? Tell me about your life. Where'd you grow up? And she said, Atlanta, Georgia. I said, yeah, you're from the South. So am I. And then we flowing and talking. And then it was just like, you can't come have lunch with me, sit down. And so I think it's just being who you are and being a people person, and then allowing them to see your passion, but also knowing how to communicate with your client. Because if I say to you, okay, let's try some blue eyeliner, you don't like blue, but I'm going to ask you opposed to just putting it on you. So I asked her, I said, you want to try a little pop of color on my eyes? And she said, I don't do color. I said, and I showed her my eyes. I said, I got a little pop under here. And she said, I kind of like that. Let's try it. And she said, just your delivery, it's so professional and so great. So I try to teach my students to do the same thing. You have to know how to communicate.
Right. Okay. Well, if when it comes to the school, because you mentioned school before, if someone is interested in getting in touch with you about the school, being a student, how would they go about doing so?
Nakeah's Academy of Makeup. That's www.nakeahsacademyofmakeup.com.
Okay.
And on that website is where we accept enrollment. And they can get more information about the class. Or just call the office. Just call us. We accept enrollments all day, every day. I have a lot of classes coming up that I'm super excited about. I'm also taking it down south. I was born in Bryan College Station, so I'm going to be teaching the class. Ladies are so excited down in Texas, and doing more classes in Dallas, because there's a lot of ladies that are like, you never bring it home, So I want to spread the love a bit more, because I love training, man. I love training, and I love seeing ladies go to the next level.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do real quick. We're going to take a quick break just to show my commercial, my social media, and then we're going to come back with your social media and just really see what's up as we bring everything together for a wrap. All right?
Sounds good.
All right. Hold tight. Here we go. right, now the social media. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Art Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon. So be sure to like and subscribe. And also check us out on all of our other social media. Now, before I let you get out of here, I actually just now thought about, I forgot to talk to you about the award shows and the makeup that you've done and all kinds of, because you have so many things on the resume that it's just hard to keep up. So tell me about all like SAG awards and all kinds of things that you have done, Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you and these award shows.
I just got tired, girlfriend. I just
Oh
got tired. Oh man, that's what award season is. What I call go season for my company. I call it go season because I'm putting together teams. And we are crazy busy, and God has blessed me to be able to put together the best of the best in the industry. And my team is very diverse. So I got the baddest Asian chick, in trend. She's on hair and makeup. I got Elaine Collins, who just shouting out, Elaine, I need a haircut. Elaine is the baddest barber out there, and she trained under me in makeup, and she's a hairstylist. So when you have triple threats on your team. I want to share this scenario. I remember with the CEO of the Screen Actors Guild Awards, her name is on the checks of all the actors. She said, Nakeah. They have L'Oreal on one side of the stage, and I probably shouldn't say this, but Nakeah Cosmetics of Hollywood on the other. And we know how that goes. And I'm grateful because that's a company that's been around for many, many, many years, to my few, right? Okay. And so we got a line out the door around the corner. And I'm saying, you in this chair. Oh, we got John Legend, we got Chrissy Teigen, we got blah, blah, blah. You in this chair. So I'm literally directing who goes in what chair because I know my artist and I know who's strong where. And at the same time, trying to look cute. Like that picture you got on the flyer, I'm in a tuxedo dress. I'm trying to look cute, but I'm literally like patrolling traffic during. And so it's like you have a room full of legends that are wanting to sit in your chair, and your team is just working. They're working, and they're so excited and honored to be there. And we fill up the room, our room with fresh flowers, and we're serving cocktails, and then you have Nakeah Cosmetics of Hollywood so they can test the product. And then all my team, they're in their pink bow ties or their ascot ties, and they are representing. And they walk in and say, Pure D, excellence. And when you have Denzel Washington to walk in and say, excellence. I don't even run to say, I'm Nakeah, it's my name, because when I look good, they look good. When they look good, I look good. And so we're a team. But normally I'm too tired to even say, hey, it's me.
Oh my gosh.
I remember Tracy Ellis Ross said, I was on the red carpet and they pulled me down. The producers pulled me down to touch up the celebrities as they're getting out of the car. And they're getting out of the car and they're coming to Nakeah. So I was the red carpet girl for years.
Okay, all right.
And Tracy Ellis Ross said, excuse me a minute. And she grabbed me and stole me from everybody. Was like, come on, girl, you coming with me. And we captured that. And somebody video and was like, I got it. And she was like, you going with me, honey, because you bad. So instances like that, it forces you to, I'm sorry, hear my dog. It forces you to say, it's time for you to become a full-time CEO. It is time for you to take it up a notch. It is time. It forces you to look at other larger avenues. Let me say that.
Right.
Other than just being
wonderful.
So award season is go season for us. We have a great time. We have a
That
great
is so wonderful because I've never talked to anyone who was behind the scenes like that. And
time.
that's marvelous to hear the work that you've done, but to hear it from the angle of how the people correspond with you, how they
Oh,
really love what you do. That is just so wonderful. I love that.
they all know me. They all know me, and they're like, "Where's if I'm not there or in that spot?" They're like, "Where's Nakeah?" They will not hit that carpet. They're like, "Where's Nakeah? Where is
Wow.
Nakeah?" And so they're literally waiting for me. So it's a great time, and then we party
Mhm.
afterwards. We're at the People Magazine party.
I know
We,
that's right.
we have a good time. We have a good
That's
time. And I have
wonderful.
pictures. I have so many pictures of, just dynamic,
I was
dynamic.
looking at your site. Oh my God. I was like, I'm like, this site and all the people you dealt with. I was like, she is so awesome. I can't wait to bring her on and talk to her.
Did you see that picture? Me and Cuba Gooden Jr. We were on the dance
Yes, I
floor.
did.
I had
Uh-huh.
been on my feet for 14 hours, and he said, "You
Really?
dancing with me tonight?" I said, "I can't." He said, "Yes, you are." Literally, when he danced, we danced 4 songs straight to the
Right.
point where I had on a gown, and I had to grab my gown because he was like, "Come on, come on." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm trying to keep up." I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh.
but I
My
was like, out of there, out of there.
my favorite pictures is the ones where you are dressed up and you got on the top hat and everything. I'm like, this girl is so fly. And so you notice I put that in the promotions, right?
I saw that.
I just thought it was just so fly. I said, look
I
at
saw
her.
that. I'm glad you love it. I'm glad you love it.
Yes, I really do. We're going to run back over to the comments because we have more people
Okay.
coming to the comments here. And so we're going to start off with, let's see, Lucretia Bruton. She said, she's talking about the enhancement of natural beauty is what's in. Turn them loose, Mike. He says, live in the skin that you're in. Then Lucretia says again, when you're genuine and genuinely love what you do, people can't help but gravitate to good people.
Mm,
And then Mike agrees exactly. Veronica, what's up, Mike? Then Margot, hey Margot. Margot says, Nakeah, your energy is awesome. I believe you, girl. You speaking
thank
from your soul. Beautiful. Do what you love. All of that. So Mike is speaking back to Veronica. Charles, hey, how you doing, Charles? He said, you've done it again. What a masterpiece of interview. Look at this woman. She's so fly. Elaine Collins says, I love award season. Team Nakeah Cosmetics of Hollywood shows up and
you.
shows out.
Yes,
Ah.
we do.
And then Margot says, yes, realize who you really are and rock it the best you can. I thank you all for coming in those comments like that and participating with us because I like for the public to, be there when we're doing all our thing and communicate and all that kind of mix it up. But
Yes.
Nakeah, I hate that I got to get ready to let you go. I have detained you long enough. I've been waiting for this interview. And Layala, she said it's going to be a great one again. I said it's great talking to Nakeah because I love art. I'm an artist, and when what you do, you're an artist to the heart
Yes.
and you're so great at it. And I thank you for being here. And big shout out to Layala J
Uh,
management, for bringing us together once again. And of course, Nakeah, anytime that you want to come back to Our It Takes Life and let us know what you're doing, you are welcome back
I would
anytime.
love to.
Okay.
I would
Well,
love
you know
to.
what? I want you to do before we get out of here. I want you to drop your social media, and I'm going to put it in the description. You just kind of verbally tell people, but
Okay.
I'll go and put it in the description for the show after the show's over.
Got it. My social media, Instagram at Nakeah Cosmetics of Hollywood.
Okay.
And zoom in on that picture of Miss Tina, ladies, and you see the skin, and you get a chance to really check out the liquid foundation and how amazing it looks on camera. That was captured beautifully. I think it's important for us to see our natural skin when we're wearing makeup, and that's a great shot of Mama B, Mama Bay. Miss Tina Knowles Lawson, she's an amazing woman. And that picture, I just love it because it shows off my foundation and my new lipstick. So that's at Nakeah Cosmetics of Hollywood. Drop a comment when you guys check that out. Also, Nakeah Fuller. I started my own personal page at Nakeah Fuller on Instagram. I'm also on
Okay.
Twitter at Nakeah Cosmetics and Facebook. I love Facebook as well at Nakeah Fuller and at Nakeah Cosmetics of Hollywood.
All right. You know, one thing that when I started in the interview with you, I normally play like a little opening for the Soul Spotlight where I show the pictures. And even though we're at the end, I just deem it necessary for the public out here who, you know, you can go to all Nakeah's pages and see your pictures on the website and everything. But let's roll this for you for just a quick moment. This is the opening for the Soul Spotlight. Yeah. Now, for people, you see the top hat, the pictures, I want you all to really go to her site and see those pictures. That's just a quick glimpse for you. But you got to go see what this lady has done, read about her, see the pictures, see the whole history of everything. Just make sure you tune in. Nakeah, thank you again for being here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to put it in the comments. Someone texted me and asked me to put it in the comments. I did. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, you did. Okay, okay, good. That's
The first
fine.
time. Sorry, y'all. Love you guys. Thank you guys for watching.
Yes, it's wonderful. Matter of fact, I see a few more comments. Let me jump back over here. I see
That's probably
Mark.
me. It's me.
She says, Margot says, you think, eat, and sleep makeup. Yes, and then Veronica said, this interview rocks hard. All right, thank y'all. Thank y'all. And of course, again, thank you, Nakeah. And like I said, you are welcome back anytime. I want you to stick around with me. I'm ending the show now. For everyone out there, you know, my social media, you saw it just now. But if you want to be a guest on the show, you could just hit us on the website, info at Tandyland, TANDILAND.com, or Tandyland, AIL, at Gmail if you just want to use Gmail to get to us. I've had a great time here today on the Soul Spotlight. Of course, we're going to invite Miss Nakeah back again tomorrow night. Don't forget, we have the living room. Tomorrow night is the living room. I got my folks coming in. We got the topic tomorrow night is what hurts worse, love or trust? So that was going to be quite a doozy. So stay tuned for that. And always in parting, I say, good things come from those who believe. Better things come from those who are patient, but the best things come from those who never give up. I'm Tanya Dixon. This is Nakeah Fuller. And of course, you have a wonderful and beautiful week. And we will see you next time on Art Imitates Live. All right.